Hello friends, I am Bhrigudat and today I shall be talking about some of the things you need to take care of before starting a cafe. I will be covering some of the common management mistakes that entrepreneurs make before they start a business. First, do not get into the business if you cannot give it time. If you do not have the time to monitor a business, it is a wise idea not to get into one. Eventually, you may make use of technology and remotely monitor the business and not be present at the business physically all the time. But even then, you will need to take out time to monitor the business remotely. Initially, for 2 to 3 months, you need to be present at the business physically all the time, at least till it breaks even. Only an entrepreneur who is willing to work hard and invest his time must get into the business. Even if you are in a full-time job, you need to take out time before you go to work and after office hours to go and monitor the business. If you are taking a franchise, do not assume that the franchisor will do everything and nothing has to be done by you. Beware and extremely cautious of franchise-owned company operated models and models which offer you an assured return. If you are looking at a place to just park your money, it's better to invest in bonds or in the stock market. Invest in a business only if you have a time to monitor it. If you want to be a passive investor, better to buy the shares of the company than to buy its franchise. Second, know the risk of the business. An entrepreneur must be willing to risk the entire investment he is making into the business. Globally, 90% of new businesses fail and shut down. Even if you are taking a franchise, the failure rate comes down to only 30%. The risk is still there. Do not enter a business if you are not willing to risk the entire investment. Third, capitalization. In this context, capitalization refers to the wealth available in the form of money or other assets to start a business. There are two types of problems associated with capitalization. First is undercapitalization. Undercapitalization is one of the most common causes for a business shutting down. Most businesses, which may have succeeded, go under because sufficient capital was not made available to ensure their success. In case the investment in the initial setup is not adequate, or the right plant and machinery is not installed, or sufficient working capital is not provided for day-to-day running of the business, the chances of the business shutting down increase. An entrepreneur must capitalize the operating expenses for at least the first 6 months. Also, the entrepreneur must assume that the business will not break even for the first 6 months. Separately, a fund must be provided for promotions and marketing, which may be up to 20% of the operating expenses for the first 6 months. All these costs must be capitalized and not treated as an operating expense. This means that the entrepreneur must arrange for these funds separately as part of his initial startup capital and not hope to meet these expenses from the day-to-day sales. The second type of problem related to capitalization is overcapitalization. Sometimes an entrepreneur may invest way more than is required in the initial setup of the business. This may be due to bad choices of machinery, designing, or the choice of material used. Overcapitalization is the lesser of the evil, even though the ROI for the entrepreneur may be severely reduced, but the business still may succeed in the long run and the entrepreneur may subsequently recover all his money. Fourth, budgeting. A classic mistake made by entrepreneurs is wrongly budgeting the expenses. For example, an entrepreneur may invest way too much in the initial setup of the outlet and run out of funds to meet the daily operating expenses. In another case, an entrepreneur may be spending way too much on operating costs and have no money left for sales and marketing. It is extremely important that an entrepreneur maintains a balance between the different heads of the business. And finally, I am going to give you a golden tip. No matter what capital outlay you make or what financial model you develop, add a 20% to the total capital cost as a contingent fund. This must be part of the initial setup cost to meet any unforeseen circumstances. And take my word for it, they are bound to arise. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to us. please visit our website chaigaramcafe.com. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.